Blog Talk Radio.
So the Most High is going to stop the flowing of the people going into that country. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 51, the end of verse 44. Yea, the wall of Babylon shall fall. Verse 45. My people, go ye out of the midst.
Hold up, read that again.
My people, go ye out of the midst.
I think within this chapter, he said flee and get out of her around 3-4 times. Right? Read.
My people, go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Most High AHAYAH. And let your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor. And
wars and rumors of wars. You're hearing about it, and because it's not happening, you think it's not going to happen. Read.
Verse 46, end of verse 46. And violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Verse 47. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, shall sing for Babylon, for the spoiler shall come unto her from the north, saith the Most High AHAYAH. As Babylon hath caused the slain of Israel to fall, so as Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. Ye that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still. Remember the Most High AHAYAH afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind.
Listen to this clear. Ye that have escaped the sword, that means you escape the destruction that's coming to Babylon, go away and stand not still. So when you leave, remember the power or the God, AHAYAH, afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. That's looking forward, not looking back. Now let Jerusalem come into your mind. She's finished. Right? Read.
Verse 51. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame has covered our faces, for strangers are coming to the sanctuary of the Lord's house.
Strangers have destroyed us. Strangers have destroyed our sanctuary, our belief. They destroyed our understanding so that we cannot connect to our God. They've given us their gods. Baal, Satan, the dragon, Moloch. These are the gods we've been worshiping ignorantly. Jesus, Zeus. Okay, we ain't know nobody named Jesus. Total madness. And then when we wake up and understand these things, we say, well, hold up. I'm a stranger here. You dragged me here. And the Most High starts reviving us. They be like, okay, we have one who's the extremist. You're a terrorist. Read on.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 52. Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith the Most High AHAYAH, that I will do judgment upon her graven images.
He's going to destroy all your images and your idols. And man, if you even look at Washington, D.C., it's idol after idol, monuments of idols, obelisks, which is man's personal member. That's what an obelisk is. What's that, the Washington Monument? Idols every place. 5-pointed stars every place. But what if some did not believe? So what if you don't believe what we're teaching you? Paul asked, so what if some did not believe? Shall your unbelief make the faith of God without effect? You mean the Most High is going to stop his own program because you don't believe them? No, you're dead. That's what you are. Okay, his program was before us, and it will be well after us. And that's for the people that's walking out there. There's wars all the time. There've always been these situations. Every few years this happens. Nothing is going to change. That's a dead man.
see his fame and glory. Following me, ducking behind trees, inquiring to harm me. I may not be right in your eyes. I've only come to realize I am your life. Now it's time I draw the line and tell my side against what's been publicized.
Criticize.
No, I'm not your villain.
We're not villains.
You don't know the villain. You say I'm the villain.
I know you're really there.
I'm not the villain. I don't know what you want from me. You're full of hypocrisy. Bring down those you can't control, yet ignore those who are worse than me. Does one mistake turn me a villain? See, there's abuse one can't see, like the scars you left and turn. Now it's time I draw the line and tell my side against what's been.
We're not the villains. We're not the villains. You don't know the villain. You say we're the villains. I know you're really there. I'm not the villain.
I don't know what you want from me.
What do they want from the children of Israel?
I never thought my life would be this way. Just follow me every day. I can't even go outside. I'm the nights we scared of life. For one story, you're still in life. Ooh, how it feels on this side. Get away every day, treat me like I'm not ordinary.
Get alive.
Don't you live?
That's right. We're telling them to get a life. We're not the villain. Thank you, brothers and sisters. I just wanted to make a quick announcement. We're back with our channel, A Gathering 144. And I wanted to start this announcement with thanking you all for the patience in following our church and supporting the Gathering of Christ Church. We humbly appreciate all you do in your prayers, as well as your support for this work. I want to put that out there first. I also want to thank New York, the New York Bodies channel, and you can go over there and subscribe there too. GOCC NYC, for allowing us as guests to come on for the last week, being that, we they had to put us on a little punishment for telling truth. I have no idea why they struck the page, to tell you the truth. We only brought forth information that it's out there already to warn our people concerning the times we're living in today, according to the Bible. But anyway, nonetheless, we are back. And I wanted to just be the first to announce to you all that, yes, you can come on through. Some of the things that we say, all right, will have to be curtailed to some degree. So we're going to use this page strictly for breaking down the Bible and its content and prophecies, as long as YouTube will allow us to teach the Bible. Okay. Eventually, teaching the Bible will be a strike. And at that time, I mean, what can we do? But we're going to try to curtail. We're going to try as much as we can to teach the truth and hold on to this YouTube page. But I'm working in the background with Anthony, with AC from the Virginia body. He's our tech guy. He's our guy. A lot of you know him. And he's working with me with Patreon, so that all the videos that were censored on this platform, that is the property of the Gathering of Christ Church. Okay. Our content, it's okay. when we found out that they were dealing with some level of a rendition when it comes to videos, we began to make our videos private and take them down to store them on a hard drive. So the thing where they came out about what was going on with the water, what was going on we had a video called Jewish Confessions with me and the rabbi, all the debates that they don't want you to see. We actually downloaded them on a hard drive because those debates, not only were they fiery, they were telling. So they won't allow those videos where it's actually showing years in advance. We were telling everyone what was going to happen according to the Bible. The Most High showed us according to the Word, and all of the debates that built this church, they made it illegal on YouTube for us to actually have that information on concerning history, who our people are, proving who the enemy is and how they've always hid our content historically. Hid our true history with us being the children of Israel. All of that information was censored. And if we had it up on our page today, they would actually take the page down. That's right, folks. Groundbreaking information we are not allowed to show on this platform anymore. This is straight up. If you want to talk about Nazi Germany, here we are. Okay. What they talk about led up to that big thing that happened over there, whatever they say. Guess what? If people were alarmed about that, what is this? Well, you can't have free speech. You can't even tell Black and Hispanics, Latinos. You can't tell North American Indians that they're the children of Israel. You can't even tell them. But it's okay. We have a Patreon page that's coming up with all of the censored content on Patreon. So thank you, AC, for storing that. We're getting that page together Monday. We'll have the membership in tow, all ready to go. And after that, all of the videos that have been censored from the Gathering of Christ Church since this ministry began over a decade ago will be uploaded. Jewish Confessions, the debate with the rabbis, the poisonings of the water, really everything that we can't say here concerning jabs and all that. All of the videos, making it through the storm, breaking down what what was going on in Israel right now that we can't talk about, what they're doing against our people over there in the Middle East and in Israel, Black women in particular. We can't talk about that here, but I'm going to go into that this coming Sunday on the Academy, and we're going to have those videos readily available for your viewing, uncensored, from our Patreon membership page. Okay? Because the information must be out there. So next week, I'll be making the announcements, and guess what? I'll just be using YouTube. We'll teach, real good content, but we're going to make sure we follow the guidelines, break down the scriptures, and then once that happens, if anything that YouTube would deem controversial, we'll tell everyone we can only stream here for 30-40 minutes. Follow us over here so that we can give you the meat that cannot be divulged on this platform. So that's how we're going to go about it going forward. You'll get the scriptures like tomorrow on the Sabbath, breaking it down on the Sabbath for you. Okay, no problem at all. For those who missed our videos and didn't know that we were actually streaming at all last week because we were guests on GOCC NYC, go over there, GOCC NYC, and you'll see the videos that was missed. The strategies against Israelites is what I really talked about for the last week while we were being censored. As a guest on GOCC NYC, I was able to divulge that information. The strategy against Israelites. Okay. Now, what I'll be going into, what I'll be going into this coming Sunday. All right. I'll be going into how really, and I know Shapat has some news to divulge, but what I want to go into on how the mainstream powers that be is going to ramp up the demonization of Israelites. Okay, the demonization of Israelites. It's almost borderline offensive. Matter of fact, it's not borderline. It is offensive. When only one group of people can claim to be Israel. That's what is this? Here it is. We have proof according to the Bible and history that cannot be disputed that before our current time, all races in the earth knew that the black people who went into Africa were from the lost sheep of Israel. That the North American Indians were part of the true tribes according to race. And now they're making it where it's almost, racist to say that we are Israelites. We can't even exercise our religious reasons. I mean, our religion, our freedom of religion, to stake claim to who we are according to God in the Bible. But I need y'all to know, I'll be going into this Sunday in the academy, how they're going to ramp up demonizations on Israelites. That's going to be their campaign. Okay. And it's not just going to be the powers that be here in America. It's also the outsourcing that they're doing in India and in Asia. This is where they're paying all these big shops to come in and troll channels and to cause dissensions amongst us. What's wrong with us just bringing forth the truth and having what they would call our truth amongst ourselves without outside intervention or demonization? I'm not against Jewish people getting together and claiming who they are. That's their business, whether they fit the prophecies or not. You never see me on their pages and saying, hold up, it's a cult, y'all saying this. No, they have the freedom to think anything they want. Why can't we have that same freedom without being demonized? So, folks, I don't see people going on Christian channels saying that it's a cult, that all Christians are actually following Babylonian holy days. I don't hear nobody calling that a cult. And I'm talking about the molestation charges we hear almost regularly that's coming out of the Christian churches. How long we've been hearing about molestation, fornication, and evil, unrepentant evil. And matter of fact, you can almost expect that type of behavior in relations in news concerning churches now. But I don't see anyone going to them and saying they're a cult. But what are we saying in a nutshell? We're the children of Israel. And being the children of Israel is the answer for our people. We will not survive. And we cannot survive unless we come back to the knowledge of the truth concerning our God. What's wrong with that? What's so cultish about that? We're saying, listen, we tried it the other way. We tried Islam. We tried Christianity. I mean, we tried everything. And you know what? Our neighborhoods are war-torn at this point. There is no law. There is no direction. What we're saying is, well, the Bible gives us that moral code to begin the healing of our people. What's so cultish or wrong? What's so wrong about that? Give us the opportunity to serve our God freely. The same way Jewish people or Chinese people, you can be Buddhist or whatever you want. You're not going to have some black people, 100 people in a room trolling saying, oh, it's a cult claiming that you are Buddhist. It's a cult claiming, nah. Why are they so focused on us? You know why? Because it's the truth. We are the children of God. And for once, for once in our current time, the powers that be, they don't have no control over this connection between our people and our God. This is why. They don't see a place in which they can circumvent and steer the narrative to gain power of control over our people. That's why. It's all about control. but it's okay. Like, I just did a great video, getting a lot of good responses on as a guest on GOCC NYC. The strategy against Israelites, showing the parallel of how in 70 AD, the Roman Empire came against us. We ran into Africa, was sent into captivity according to Christ's prophecies, and eventually we would come here in we'd be here in Babylon, serving our enemies for disobeying the law, statutes, and commandments of God. So, being an Israelite, I understand that it's more to it than just bloodline. It's accepting the sacrifice who's Christ, who was prophesied to die on the cross, and through that, a spiritual intervention, a change would happen that would allow our people in this time, in our modern time, to receive the covenant and the promises that was given to Moses. So what's the fix for our people? We must come back to the commandments of God. What's wrong with that? Going back to the video I did, strategies against Israelites. And after that, I'm going to go into the announcement. Okay. We had one guy. Let's see what he said here in particular. 1 second here. Let me get it here. Let me see. We had one guy who came on, a troll probably. But I didn't delete the I didn't delete the message. Let me give you the message real quick here. Hold on. Yeah, here it is here. There was a guy 8 hours ago on the video that I made. I believe that it's really groundbreaking when it comes into tying in the dots. The videos we did last week concerning our people and the plight we're under and how they're going to deal with the same campaigns they deal with in 70 AD, but they're going to use it under the pharmaceutical medical apparatus leading to the mark of the beast in our current time. But it's really the same modus operandi. The same plan they did in 70 AD, the Romans against us, they're doing it today on steroids. And we broke that down on the strategy against Israelites. Brothers and sisters, don't let anyone take this moment from you. For years, we've been asking our Christian churches, our masjids, all these so-called religious leaders, what's going on that all of you can't tell us how we went into captivity, that the slave ships, you can't tell me that none of this isn't written in the Bible. And we were going to our religious leaders for answers to only get what? Silence, or I don't know. You can't tell me the transatlantic slave ships, that wasn't a curse of biblical proportion. Something as great as that wasn't written in the Hebrew records. How is it the pastors and the Muslims and all that, how did they not see that? Oh, well, we really can't explain that. Our schools wouldn't tell us the truth. Our churches wouldn't tell us the truth. They would tell us, they would give us fluff. Well, just deal with salvation in Jesus. But no, something is going on with our people. Why? How is it that it doesn't matter how hard we try, we can't get ahead? All this garbage, pull up, work and pull up your bootstraps and compete with the rest of the people and work hard and you have the outcome. That all sounds good on the surface. But I grew up around people who worked hard. But still, it seems like there's a ceiling that's been holding us down regardless of our efforts. You can't tell me that what's going on with our people isn't Bible prophecy. You can't tell me that all this is just by chance. We went to the pastors, Jehovah's Witnesses, Seventh-day Adventists, Baptists, and no one anywhere could tell us why our people continue to suffer so. Now the Most High God have delivered the truth. The reason why you have suffered so is because you're not like other people. You are accountable to me. That's what God is saying. The Gentiles can do whatever they want to do because this is their world. They can sit in this world and not go through what we went through. But the law was given to us and we are accountable to it. See, and that's really the truth that resonates with our people. We must be the children of Israel. We must be. I can't relate to Asian and Chinese religions because Chinese people didn't go through what we went through. Over 90 million people being sold like chattel all around the earth, women separated, children. And you expect us to believe that we have an equal place in this race. The only answer is if we continue to sin against, the only answer is we must be the children of Israel, folks. We must be. This is why they're going through everything that they can. They're trying to say Asian black, this black. Nah, don't even go there. I don't know no 90 million Chinese people that were sold into captivity. I don't know any 90 million Arabs that were sold into captivity, or 90 million white people who were sold into captivity. And that would have a generational impact for how long? Until the consummation. So don't try to claim like we all have the same opportunity. It's impossible for us to have the same opportunity when you people have received 100 million slaves, human resources head start. If I would have enslaved 1 million Chinese people and set up my whole system on them and then let their people free, the Chinese people, and then I say, hold up, you and my children, all of us, we all have the same opportunity. When the platform, when the foundation of this world was built on enslaving your people, folks, don't go for that linking in, clicking arms in arms with other races of people claiming claiming victim. There's only one people that can claim to be a victim in this earth. Being victimized and used and abused. It's our people. But guess what? Yeah, we victims, but you know what? We're not asking for sympathy. All we saying is leave us alone. Give us the freedom to serve our God freely. We don't need your handouts and we don't need your sympathy. We just need you to get out of our way. Now everyone want to talk about Israelites now. Apologetics want to come in and give their take on it. No, don't you have enough work to do with the lies and the rape, murder, and molestation and the death that's going on in the Christian church, starting with the Catholic Church? And another thing, let me make it clear. There is no such thing as Israelite Hebrewism or Israelitism. This is no ism. We are the children of God according to prophecy and bloodline. Now, before I make this announcement, there was a guy on, and don't mess with the guy. I let his message stay up on the page, Strategies Against Israelite, on purpose. A troll came in. He's probably from some sweatshop in India or Israel or wherever the case is. Now, what I broke down, Strategies Against Israelites, was just me paralleling history with the Roman Empire lying on our people, claiming that we burned merchant shops in Rome during the time of 70 AD. Blamed it on black Christians. And through that, as a pretext, the Romans came and destroyed our homeland, Jerusalem. I parallel that with how they're demonizing us today. Okay. They'll claim that we did something as a pretext. The Senate, the Congress will get together and pass laws to do what? They will lie and say something is going on and then say that we're the issue. Now, instead of it being us breaking in something or burning something like 70 AD, they're using the media to claim that we are the problem, that we are the disease, that we're disproportionately affected by this cold compared to everyone else. It's really the same program spin with a different threat. And through that, they were able to separate or quarantine us. And I'm going to go into that tomorrow on this channel, so that we cannot travel freely like other people. So I just broke down the parallels last week. And instead of a person looking at that and saying, that's quite interesting, I never really looked into the history of how the Roman Empire destroyed the children of Israel. And I never really looked into the fact that Christ said that that would happen to a particular people who would eventually go into captivity. Now, when I put the lesson together, that's the only outcome that someone who was honestly viewing the video could come to. Right? But then there was this troll on the page who wrote, this is a racist cult. See, that's what you call an ad hominem attack. You won't address the information. You won't address the facts in the history from your history books corroborating the prophecies that we're the people. No, an ad hominem is to do what? Is to reflect or deflect. Not reflect, but to deflect. So you come out and say, okay, this is a racist cult. How is that? I'm just paralleling history and showing Bible prophecy. And me, again. See, they didn't put this comment there for me or for this church. They put this comment there to be a stumbling block to the unlearned who may stumble on the page. Because I'm not even, are we in position to be racist? You have to have the power to execute racism on another race, like selling people into captivity. That's number one. Number two, truth isn't racist. Okay. Now, and one thing you don't know about the Gathering of Christ Church, we accept all people who accept the truth of our God, our Christ, and our book. And we love them the same as our own brethren. Right? And I'm not ashamed to say it. It's persons' deeds that lead to how one would eventually feel about them. And if someone didn't personally do anything to me, I have no axe to grind against them. I understand that the white man is in position because of our disobedience, because we refuse to come back to our God. Can't get mad at the white man for that. He's doing his due. He's ruling. But this is his lot. This is his world. He's ruling this world, but he has no power in the world to come. So why should I have a problem with him? I have no problem with Chinese people or any other people because I understand that we're the chosen people according to God. I don't have no problem with them. They need to get out of our way. That's it. I don't deal with their religion. I don't believe in anything they deal with. I'm not a heathen. I don't eat anything. I take care of my temple. I follow the law, statutes, and commandments of God. I don't have no problem against any race. I just need them to just do what they do and allow us to have the freedom to serve our God freely. So he starts off with, this is a racist cult. Yeah. A racist cult. I wish someone would have got in front of Jim Jones, a Jesuit, who led thousands of people, including black people, ignorantly into a land and gave them Kool-Aid. Where was all these sentiments about a racist cult when it was a white leader operating predominantly a black congregation, taking our people somewhere to kill them? But I digress. You are not Israelites. Now check out this quote. This is a racist cult. You are not the Israelites. Your fake version of Hebrew was completely fabricated by earlier cult members and has no historical evidence to support it. Please try to refute me, I dare you, any of you. Bring me your best and watch me pick them apart. Oh, look at that, boy. He's ready to go, ain't he? Oh, yeah, I'm ready to show you I got the knowledge. Check out my response to him, and then I'll go into the announcements. My response is, we invite you to show your face, to stake your claims. If not, go in peace. Now, we'll block and delete you if you decide to create an argument thread when we have offered a cordial invite. Right? Now, we'll block and delete you if you decide to create an argument thread when a cordial invite has been offered. Okay? Blessings. So it's easy to stand behind a computer as a troll with ad hominems. But I said, well, listen, show your face. I'm showing mine. You come on our broadcast and prove to me that we're not the Israelites. Bring your facts. If I take this sign down right now, there's nothing but books behind me that wasn't written by black people, okay? That chronologizes the history of our people in Israel all the way up into this current time here in America. See? They would like you to think that this was something cultish. No, folks. The first blacks who were actually over churches in America, the first slaves over churches in America were all Hebrew Israelites. Before the AME church, look up a man named Gabriel Prosser, Prosser. Nat Turner knew he was an Israelite. Gabriel Prosser in the 1700s was teaching almost the same doctrine I'm teaching today before organized black churches were set up in the South. See? Now, he responds back with, why does face matter in a meeting of the minds? This is why he's going to be blocked and deleted. Because that's the spirit of a demonic coward. There is no meeting of the minds. Show your face. Bring forth your strong reasons. Prove all things. See? And this is what the YouTube and the internet would allow. Someone with no information, no understanding to what this is prophetically, to hide behind a keyboard with ad hominem attacks, only to become a stumbling block to others. We don't have no time for it. See? So why does a face matter? Because my face is here. And I stand behind everything I'm teaching. And if you're going to refute it, you will do the same. Especially if you're going to make a claim that we're not Israelites. You're going to have to prove that. So, yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. And his name is Ralph Finken. Ralph Finken. Now, I'll let y'all figure that out. He's offended that we know we're Israelites. So don't worry about that. I'm going to go to that page later, block, delete him, get him out of the way, because he's exactly what I thought he was, a troll. Now, hey, if I take this side down, there's nothing but books chronicalizing the fact that we are, without any shadow of a doubt, the children of Israel according to not only prophecy, but genealogy. Christ was a black man. When they say Middle Eastern, I have no problem with that, because my forefathers are from the Middle East. Okay. Canaan, which was turned into Israel, is North Africa. So I don't mind them saying that Christ, the blacks were, that Christ, he wasn't white, but you can't say he looked like you. He was Middle Eastern. Where do you think we come from? I am Middle Eastern. What are you talking about? And it tell you in the book of Acts, that even the disciples, the forerunners of this ministry you're teaching in your Christian churches, were black apostles that were called Niger, Niger, black. Huh? So I just wanted to put that out there. So I'm about to send this guy into gigabyte land. You understand? And let him go, mess with himself and, maybe, just go somewhere. Okay. We're too late in the game. If you don't know we're the Israelites now, you know what? Nothing we can say. All right. If you don't know, ask somebody. Now, I'm glad you all are here real quick. I'm not going to take too long because I have a long lesson tomorrow. Man, I didn't look. We have over 2,000 people in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What I wanted to go into in particular, that now all of the videos that can no longer be shown on this platform are being uploaded into our Patreon account. The debates, Jewish confessions, the debates that we have with rabbis that can no longer be shown here on this platform. The poisonings of the water video that we show, where a Jewish woman came out and broke it all down, what's really going on with our pipe systems and how it's going to make people where you're going to be exhibiting cold symptoms. All of that, folks, that they would pump stuff from in our waters the same way they put fluoride or whatever the case is, claiming it's for the teeth, that it would make it where you have shortness of breath so you can exhibit it, cold type of symptoms. We're not even allowed to have that video on YouTube. Okay. So she brought the proof of the pipeline, the fracking, all the information so that because here it is. Now we have everyone out here exhibiting what? Symptoms, and don't know where it comes from. Well, they wanted that video taken down because we did that video in 2011. And they took the video down because people are exhibiting certain shortness of breaths and all that, and don't know that it was orchestrated. And we talked about this in 2011, 2012. Well, that video will be on Patreon also. It's over 1,000 videos that YouTube won't allow the Gathering of Christ Church to show anymore. Over 1,000. So a lot of you went back to see some of those classic videos and wonder why they're not up. If we keep them up, they'll take the page. The groundbreaking breakdown that led up to where we are, piece by piece, each thing you're seeing right down in the earth today, leading to the mark of the beast. Guess what? It was chronologized since the beginning of this ministry. And they don't want you all to know that. Over 1,000 videos are not allowed to be uploaded to YouTube. We had to take them down. Over 1,000. But guess what? They're not going to stop the work. We're putting all of those videos up. You'll have access to them next week. You'll have access to them next week. Oh, on the Patreon. It's a small membership, but we gotta put it somewhere where it's not censored. You'll be able to get it there. Over 1,000 videos that they won't allow on this platform. We have them. They're not deleted. You probably came to try to see them and like, yo, that thing was, they brought out this and they brought out that. And you looked up and you seen the video was gone because they won't allow it. But we have them. We have them. Over 1,000 videos they won't allow on this platform, but we got them and they're being uploaded on Patreon. Another thing is, we're not messing around no more, you know, with this page. You know, we can't make it where we'll say something and then the next day it's censored or our videos are taken down. Or no, we just want to teach the Bible without making claims or nothing on this page. And then when it's some real stuff that you really need the information on that cannot be divulged here, we're going to let you know this is all we can say here. Here's a link and we'll do a simulcast to bring you into the real hard stuff. The things that can't be said here. There's things that are censored here. We'll tell you, listen, we can't talk about what we're about to talk about. Here's a link. Here's a simulcast. We're going from this platform. Follow us here so you can hear the real info. That's the way we have to do it now. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. I mean, I like the convenience that YouTube provides to be able to deal with the platform. And don't forget, it was us, the original content makers, who created and made YouTube. But they're trying to replace the truth because no one was looking at mainstream anymore. So they want to move mainstream here and take off the people who made YouTube what it is. YouTube is a place for original content. If people wanted TV, they would look at TV. But I digress. So don't worry about it. Y'all stick with us. I thank you all for sticking with us. And don't worry about it. We got you. Okay? And there's a lot I want to divulge right now that I can't say. But you know what? Patreon is down the line. I'll be going into that in the Hebrew and Bible Academy. What are they planning with our sisters? What are they planning to do with our sisters under this thing, under this campaign? They already started in parts of Ethiopia. They have already started in Israel, and they're about to do it here in America. I can't talk about it right now, but I'll be going into that in our Hebrew and Bible Academy. Now, speaking of the Hebrew and Bible Academy, brothers and sisters, we have less than a couple of days. This Sunday begins our Hebrew and Bible Academy, Sunday, April 18th. We will have brand new in-depth lessons that have never been taught before on portals, the gates between heaven and earth. And you notice they're putting out videos like Kong and Godzilla. They're not really telling you the prophetic understanding of two creatures, one land creature who would live in 1,000 hills and one water creature by the name of Leviathan. That's why they're putting out these videos, because prophetically, these two giant animals were made in the beginning for a specific reason. They want to call it Kong and Godzilla. And you notice when I grew up, Godzilla and them went on land fighting each other and started tearing down China. Came out of the waters. Folks, I'm going to prove beyond any shadow of a doubt this Sunday in the Hebrew and Bible Academy, I'm going to go into the information of why they're talking about these two creatures, how they travel through portals, and why they were created, the creation of the universe. And all through this academy, we have themes. This theme will be the gates between heaven and earth. All through this academy, gates, portals, the Connection and doorways between the invisible will be the theme in every lesson. Okay? The doorways, the heaven doorways into the earth. This coming Sunday, I'm going to be going into the creation of the heavens and the earth. And I'm going to start it off with the gateways that were made before earth existed. Portals. Right now, brothers and sisters, we don't have access to them. Right? When we are awake, we don't have access to them. But folks, eventually, we will. If we walk this straight gate and follow Christ and follow the commandments, we will have access to travel freely. I'm going to be going into that. I can't say much more. The pathway between heaven and earth, portals. Marriage and family, can it survive? The 70 weeks of Daniel, broken down. And the book of Revelation, how it all ends. What does the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of heaven, led by the children of Israel, what does that look like? What is it prophesied concerning our children who would grow and become Israelites in a proper place according to prophecy, without the threat of racism, without the threat of any other nation taking their advantages of us and our children? How will the kingdom of heaven be? Some out there claim that there'll be people whipping white people and whipping. Is that true? That's not true. We're not going to treat the other races of people like we were treated, and I'm going to prove it. A matter of fact, those that we would have to do that to are not going to make it into the kingdom to serve. Okay, so what does the kingdom of heaven look like? That will be week 12. The book of Revelation, how it all ends. Israelites ruling an Israelite kingdom is what we're going into week 12. And last but not least, the book of Revelations, how it all ends. What does, and folks, here it is. You notice how on Black Panther they had Wakanda? Wakanda. In old books from the 1800s, folks, I have history books to prove that Wakanda was the name. And I'm going to go into this in the academy. Wakanda was the name of one of the high god or god that was reverenced by the North American Indians. They called him Wakanda. Right? Over here in the Americas, they called one of the tribes called our God Wakanda. That's where they get Wakanda from. So you can't tell me they don't know that that the powers that be who made that movie, that they don't know that we are the people. Folks, so they know prophetically we will rule one day according to prophecy. But you notice, in order for them to show us in rulership, they had to connect us to wickedness, sorcery, witchcraft, Yoruba worships of the fallen gods, and they fuse that with black rulership. See, so they give us a caveat because the Bible, everything they speak about in Black Panther is prophesied for us out of the Bible. But then they try to fuse it with the witchcraft that led to our captivity. See, you have to watch those tricks. Yeah, we're going to show them rulership. It resonates. And guess what? All the other races of people, when I went to see Black Panther, I was surprised to how many other races of people were there outside of black people. Chinese people sitting in there, white people sitting in there. Because in their heart, and let me tell you, and this is why they're oppressing us. This is why they want to keep us from understanding we're Israel. Once we gain power according to the Almighty, when God bring our power here to earth, the Gentiles will never rule again. But I digress. Get into this academy. If you've been in other academies, you think you've been in the academy. No. I purposely, as I grow and learn and read and do history, we purposely make sure that even though the title is the same, that every lesson is different. The creation of the universe. How do angels travel? What was this realm outside the earth before earth was made? The gates of heaven. This coming Sunday. The gates of heaven. So, some people might ask, well, how do I enroll? Well, on your screen, I'm going to take you through each step. You go to historytimes.org. Let me put that in the chat here. historytimes.org, right? Once you go to historytimes.org, as you can see, you scroll down, scroll up here. It gives you all the information, even some of the announcements I made here. Brand new lessons, portals, the gates between heaven and earth, marriage and family, can it survive, the 70 weeks of Daniel, the book of Revelation, how it all ends. And you know, folks, no one can do it like Israel. You think Wakanda and Black Panther is something. Wait till I show you our men, women, and children in God's kingdom on earth once Esau is smashed by Christ. Hey. The Hebrew and Bible Academy. Now, when you go to this page, historytimes.org, the Academy is a 3-month online Hebrew and Bible course, which includes 12 weeks of live historical biblical lessons, viewable for 30 days each. So even if you work on Sunday or you don't have time on Sunday because that's one of the few days you have off, you can still view the same lesson in your spare time. You can break it up if you want during the week. See? So you don't have to be there Sunday. It's a caveat to be there because that's a world in itself in our chat room. I mean, we've made many friends just by chatting with each other all over the earth. People from China's in here. People from Pakistan is in the Hebrew and Bible Academy, all over the earth. Right? So you don't have to be there to still experience it and get the content and information in history. 12 weeks of live historical biblical lessons, reviewable for 30 days each. So you're not going to miss it if you're not there. Okay. Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. But I'm never on schedule. I usually take this thing well beyond 2 p.m. So we give you some extra stuff anyway. If the Most High give me a new book or whatever the case is, boom. If we have to go another hour, we will. All right. But I'm going to try to keep it within that parameter. Okay. Between at least by 3 o'clock at the latest. Via a private Ustream link. That's right. We send you your own private Ustream link. And even if you think that you're not computer savvy, some of our elder members and elder viewers sometimes get intimidated when it comes to technology and computers. Nah, you look in your email, you read that email, or if you have problem reading, your eyes may be dim, have someone in your family do it, and just click that link we give you. Click that link in your Ustream link. It's a private link for every individual enrollee. And guess what? We're right there before you. Right? Boy, look at what happened. Oh my goodness. This is Well, that's what happens, folks. Because sometimes when I put these links inside the I put the link inside the chat and everyone click on it. And we have to talk to those who built the page for us, because when there's a large number of people that rush to that page at once, sometimes it just crashes and an error comes up. But historytimes.org, I'm going to see if I can get that up. If not, don't worry about it. It should be right before tomorrow. historytimes.org. You go there, click the link, you'll be enrolled. Follow the directions, read it, you'll be enrolled, and we'll respond back with a welcome email. Follow the directions on the email, and you'll be there ready to go 9 a.m. with Elder Lawyer teaching Hebrew 101. From Elder Lawyer teaching Hebrew, it segues to Shapat and I going into the real-time news. And you don't want to miss this news, because I can't even speak on YouTube concerning some of the news, the real news. What they got going out there, this campaign is an convenient distraction away from what they're really doing to our people. Our men, women, and children are in serious trouble. This is Jacob's trouble. You can't believe anything out there. Stick your head in that Bible, fall to your knees, you pray to the Most High, and don't listen to the outside noise. It doesn't matter what your family's saying, what the news is saying. And guess what? The majority of the things they're doing is psychological. And if you believe what they're telling you, people are going to die in mass numbers voluntarily. They're going to choose death through fear. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be fearful and do something. And what they do, and being provoked through the media or whatever, it's going to lead to mass deaths. It's not going to be, folks, this first wave, they're not going to have to pull out any guns at all. It's already rolling out, where our people starting to realize in different parts of Ethiopia, and as well as the land of Israel, the state of Israel right now, what's going on there with our people. I can't talk about it right here, but I'll be going into that this Sunday. Okay. So obviously, we're going to need the tech people to work on our website, because historytimes.org is just so don't worry about it. There's a problem right now. If there's an error, come back at least before tomorrow to get in. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Another way you can get in, right? You can always go to gatheringofchrist.org. And as you go to gatheringofchrist.org, this is, man, I really like this. I think this was for one of our calendars of showing me and Lawyer in Chicago, right? Let's see here. Right? One second, y'all. 1 second. Okay. Don't worry about this. If you have a problem, okay, if you've been trying to enroll in the academy and have been receiving this error message, I need you to send your interest in the academy, for the academy, to goccacademy@gmail.com. Let's do that. GOCC Academy @gmail.com. Now, if you are interested in this Hebrew and Bible Academy, please send an email there. Okay? GOCCacademy@gmail.com, because sometimes when we're running into the Hebrew and Bible Academy, so many people be on it at once, it breaks the platform. And to me, you know, it's a great thing that people are coming there, but that's a problem that we have to fix on this side. It should be able to handle the load. So again, we invite you all to the Academy. We'd like to see you, because there's information that cannot be divulged on this platform, unfortunately, and we want to keep this platform. All right. So just go there to gatheringofchristchurch.org. Follow us there. The calendar's there and all that. Right. And go there and you can see if you can. Matter of fact, a lot of y'all don't know this. There's a lot of different sources we have here you can actually get on gatheringofchrist.org. I don't want to go there. I want to keep things focused on the Academy. The next thing, last but not least, because I have to go to bed in preparation for our lesson tomorrow. Brothers and sisters, this channel is under a serious shadow ban, which means they have bots working around the clock to go backwards into videos and all that to try to claim that something happened years ago so that they can strike the channel and all that. All right. Also, but you know, we got Patreon working on that going forward. Excuse me, I need some water. But anyway, the second thing here is a lot of you who have subscribed to this page may go to the main page and realize that you've been unsubscribed. All right. So what I want to show you right here real quick, right? One moment. Let me show you here. So if they've unsubscribed you, because believe it or not, folks, they're trying to stop this page from getting to 100,000 subscribers. Right now, we're at about 90,500 subscribers. Once we get to 100,000, even though they have to refer us now being over 90,000, once we get to 100,000, automatically that would drive the Gathering of Christ Church into the front, right up to the front page to be referred by other new members of YouTube. So no longer can they shadow ban us and keep us in the back once we hit 100,000 subscribers. So I'm going to need your help. Let me go here real quick. One moment. I'm going to show you what to do. One moment. One second. I'm going to show you what to do now. Here it is. So when you go to YouTube, right, you type in A Gathering 144. That brings you to right here where it says A Gathering 144. Now, if you hit subscribe, that only means that you subscribe to the page. Okay. It doesn't mean you'll get notifications. So you will have to go to the original page. Let me show you. You have to go to the original page. Right? Now, once you sign in right here, there will be a bell you can actually utilize to subscribe to a page. Okay? Now, let me give you an example of that. Right? Let me give you another example of that. One moment. Let me give you another example. Yeah. Okay, here's the example I can give you. Just say randomly, I'm going to go here real quick. Right? Just say if I randomly went to a YouTube page. Let's see. GOCC NYC. As you can see, there's a bell right here. There's a bell. So if you go to A Gathering 144, you'll see subscribe and you'll see a bell. Once you click that bell, it'll give you an option. Either you can have it personalized. You would hit all for notifications. Once you hit all for notifications, now when we're streaming live on A Gathering 144, by hitting that bell and say all, you will be notified. You will be notified every time our station or our YouTube page goes live. You must hit, not only subscribe, you must hit the bell and hit all on A Gathering 144. So, okay. A Gathering 144 channel. You'll see a bell right here. You'll see a bell. Right now, you're not able to see the bell because it's my page, so you can't see the bell. But you'll have a bell right here, right? You'll have a bell on this side, right next to A Gathering 144. You click that bell and hit all. Hit all, and that will give you the notifications. That will give you the notifications. Make sure you go back and subscribe because YouTube is unsubscribing those who would like to see our videos. They're trying to stop you from getting the videos because there's truth concerning what's going on. And they do not want our people directed by God in a time such as this. They want you only to believe what you're hearing through mainstream, to make the decisions that may cost you in the long run. Okay? With that, we'll see you tomorrow here on our main page. We're going to be going into, that's right, the desolation of abominations spoken of by Daniel. We're going into 70 AD, the history of 70 AD, how we lost Jerusalem. A matter of fact, AC, I need you to name, actually title tomorrow's lesson, How We Lost Jerusalem. With that, we're going to end that. Welcome back, the children of Israel. Welcome back. We have the page, but now we have to follow the rules to keep it. All right. I need you to send an email so I can see you all this coming Sunday in our Hebrew and Bible Academy if you can't get on the page. I need you to send an email to GOCCacademy@gmail.com and our administration will help you get in. Okay, there's no time to be sitting on the side with all the information that need to get divulged in this time. Be here tomorrow for the Sabbath and be here Sunday. through our Hebrew and Bible Academy with the Gathering of Christ Church. It's time, and it's not a time not to know. With that, GOCCacademy@gmail.com. Send in your email now. And with that, we're going to end this announcement with, we're back. The Most High is calling back Israel. Let's go. All right. AHAYAH's calling back Israel. All right.
The East is where we're from.
We're from the East.
The 12 tribes of Israel. In 721 BC, the Assyrian king, he took us down, we fell. With a great escape, we went through the Euphrates. The Lord held the water still. To a land where no mankind dwelt, we went. The 12 tribes of Israel. That's who we be, Manasseh, the Cubans, Ephraim, from Puerto Rico, and Valley from the Isles of Hawaii. The Lord is calling back Israel. Zebulon, from Panama, Cant, the North American Indians, Simeon, the Dominicans, AHAYAH's gathering Israel. The Arabs and Africans told us. Together our wives and children then sold us. In the belly of these great ships we traveled in fear. By the rivers of Babylon we found our brothers here. AHAYAH in Colombia, from Australia, Mexico, the Mexicans. AHAYAH's from the power on high. Benjamin, the West Indians, Levi, the Haitians. AHAYAH gathering Israel.
Come on. Come on. Asha in Colombia. Ruben from Australia. Issachar, the Mexicans. That's who we be. We be Judah, the Negroes. Benjamin, the West Indians. Levi, the Haitians. Manasseh, the Cubans. Ephraim, from Puerto Rico, Nepal, from the Isles of Hawaii. The Lord is calling back Israel. From Panama, Cant, the North American Indians, Simeon, the Dominicans. AHAYAH's gathering Israel. Go to Royalty Music by Shepherd.com.
I hear Jacob crying.
I hear Jacob crying.
Why here I can hear him crying.
Come on.
When you gonna rise, call on the Lord. Mighty Jacob rise, let's hear your roar. When you gonna rise, Jacob? He
can hear us calling. He can hear your cries.
He can hear your cries, Jacob.
He can hear us bawling.
He can hear you bawling.
I feel
Jacob rising. Can you see? I can see him rising. Jacob, dry your eyes and call on the Lord. Mighty Jacob, rise to be restored.
troubles are brewing.
Troubles are brewing, Jacob. You need to stop what you're doing. Oh, Jacob. You know the promise is waiting. Oh, Jacob. You need to call on the Lord. So I can
Him crying.
Jacob, dry your eyes and call on the Lord. Mighty Jacob, rise, and you will be restored.
Will be restored.
Troubles is brewing. No, Jacob,
We can stop what we're doing.
just stop what you're doing. Stop it, Jacob.
Oh,
Because the promise is waiting. No, Jacob. So call on the Lord, and He will hear your voice. Oh, Jacob, let us hear it. Oh no, let's hear that roar. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Oh, ooh. Jacob, come and call on the Lord.
brotherly love.
We've been through so much pain. Life took us separate ways. Both did some hurtful things, but it's not over. You know that we both care. So can we forgive and forget? I need you here. Remember the ups and downs, the trials we've been through. See, there is no one on this earth who can replace you, my brother. Life is too short, can't hold no grudges. You want my blood. We must forgive and love each other. No matter what life throws at us, we must, hey, yeah, we must keep brotherly love. Search high and low, where did you go? Pick up your phone. Oh, brother, do you hear me calling?
Keep on dialing, brother. Life is too short, can't hold no grudges. You want my blood. We must forgive and love each other. No matter what life throws at us, we must keep brotherly love.
Brothers, not enemies. Let's come together for the family.
Let's walk, forgive and let it go.
We need to let it go. This distance they kept me for so long. Time they found a way to move on.
Starting today, 'cause our battles are in vain. Life's too short, don't hold no grudges. We must forgive and love each other.
No matter what life throws at us, we still
love.
You know I love you. I love you, brother. Life is too short, don't hold no grudges. You know I love you, brother. We must forgive and love each other. No matter what life throws at us, we love. We must keep love. I love you, brother.
Bless you. Have a good night. See you in the academy. Shalom. historytimes.org, or go to GOCC, send an email, GOCCacademy@gmail.com. Love you all. Thank you for all of your prayers. I pray that the Most High send forth the holy angels to protect you in a time just like this. I pray that the Most High will keep us, keep our feet on strong ground in a time like this to make the right decisions. Understand, brace yourself, folks. To those who fall victim into believing what's going on out there, brace yourself. We're going to lose loved ones. We're going to lose people close to us. But understand, this is the time that the Bible spoke about. Ye that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. We can't save other people. It's their choice. Save yourself, save your family, and follow and listen to this Bible. Follow and listen to our God, and he will not forsake us. Let's not walk anymore going forward with any grudges, any ill feelings in our heart. Because that's what created the spirit of darkness, the spirit of Lucifer. That's how this all began. Lucifer, the great angel, wanted to do his own thing and wanted to be recognized for it, and had a grudge against our God from the beginning. And this is why Christ says that he'll forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. Satan never forgot, being Lucifer, how great he was next to the throne of the Almighty. I'm going to be going into that this coming Sunday. And his heart turned dark because why? He couldn't let things go. So we have to forgive each other, understanding that there will be offenses. None of us are perfect, but you cannot hold grudges against anyone. We've all been hurt. We've all been done wrong. We must look at the past and understand there's nothing that any of us can do to change it. Walk forward in brotherly love, forgiving one another. like Christ did for us. See you tomorrow and have a blessed Sabbath. Shalom.